me. I appreciate you. You know what? That's fine. That's cool. Okay. We're waiting for the broadcast to be published, is what I'm told. From no. See, now they're gonna watch me mess up things because now it's live and I clicked buttons that were wrong, and now we're just gonna be like, oh, they are an idiot too. It's fine. Okay, hi everyone in the world that's watching it today or a month from now, because I don't know why a lot of people watch these way after they're actually recorded. So your faces will be on the internet forever, which is like everything on the internet. You're always there forever. Welcome to this reading of Delta, Iota, Epsilon. Yeah, I'm not going to say much else because it's a wild ride, and I just want you to experience it as it comes. So, those of you that have been to these before, it's like a table read. We're going to read the whole way through, and then at the end, we're going to talk. We're going to what characters are working, what characters aren't working, what might be a little weird, what needs a little more exaggeration, and then, yeah, so estimated time for those at home are like, when this is going to end? We'll probably be done like 2:30, 2:30 at the latest. 2 is the sweet spot. So those at home that are like, ha. Okay, cool. That's Eastern Standard Time because y'all are everywhere. Cool. So let's get started. So Act 1, Scene 1. Fritz stands on the stage in a beacon of light by himself. The stage is empty and the set pieces started to appear as Fritz delivers his monologue. He is silent for a moment before he starts to speak. The entire play is done with the same set pieces: love seat, couch, table with chairs, and a bed. The scene changes occur with the core that the cast brings in.
Parties, freedom, girls, sex, eventually degree. My brother and me were supposed to be going to the same college, even pledged the same fraternity. Fun times all around.
Fritz starts to walk off stage. As he makes it to the end of the stage, the lights are coming up and we can start to make out the set pieces that were being ushered in during the short introduction.
But a lot can change with some time.
Fritz leaves the stage. The lights come up on Ethel on the couch talking to herself. She is holding a picture frame.
You both would be proud of Fritz. I know that y'all are watching over him. He's grown up a lot since you guys last saw him. He's all done with high school now, and the next thing we know, he will be a doctor or a lawyer. He's going to make us all proud. I wish you guys were still here to witness everything both of your boys are accomplishing.
Wilder enters the stage. He is excited, anxious, and nervous.
Hey, Fritz, you up there?
Quit yelling! He's upstairs!
Wilder moves over and sits next to Ethel.
You made the reservations?
Sure did. I'm not that old. I'm going to check on that cake. Did you get the topper?
Ethel gets up from the couch and starts to head off stage. Wilder reaches into his pocket and pulls out a cake topper. Ethel chuckles at the humorous message. Ethel
Hey, Fritz, get down here.
Wilder stands up from the couch once he hears the door open and close from upstairs and footsteps coming downstairs. Fritz enters dressed in swimming trunks and carries a towel over his shoulder.
Where are you going?
The lake.
Hey, we had plans with Ethel tonight. Can't you go to the lake with your friends some other time?
Wilder looks off stage as he hears the sound of a car honking outside.
We can reschedule with Ethel. She'll understand.
She took us in after Mom and Dad died. Okay, she's done so much for us. Can't you just give her this?
Doesn't she tell us that life is too short? Go out, spread your wings.
I think she meant life choices, not dinner plans.
Did you tell her you're gay yet?
I don't think she's ready.
You should go spread your wings.
You can be an ass.
Fly free, bro. Plus, Bowie's pretty cool.
You think so?
I'd bang him.
You don't like men.
He was being nice. He's a good catch.
Wilder smiles and hugs his brother.
I'll talk to Ethel and maybe I'll just take her out myself. It's been a while since I've spent some alone time with her. Maybe I'll tell her about Bowie.
I knew I could count on you.
Fritz moves off the stage and Wilder goes the opposite direction. He should follow the same direction as Ethel. The lights go dim, just enough for the audience to see the progression of time in the scene. Wilder is laying in his bed. He is alone on stage. He is tossing and turning in the bed. We hear tires screeching, panicking voices, and the sickening sound of metal twisting. Wilder jumps up from his nightmare. Ethel is standing beside the bed as the light comes up.
Wilder, are you okay?
It's a nightmare. What's wrong?
There's been an accident.
The lights dim back down again. When they come back up, Wilder is zipping up a suitcase on the bed. Ethel is standing behind him. He turns and embraces her in a hug.
Should have been me, not Fritz. Should be coming back with me.
I know that it might be more than you can handle at this point, but things happen for a reason. It is fate. Remember that we all have a purpose.
Maybe I shouldn't go back for the semester. Take some time off. Think about myself for a little bit.
We talked about it. It's the best thing for you to do. Don't you want to see Bowie again? And plus, if you stay here, you'll go crazy. And we're only 45 minutes away. Love you.
Love you too.
End of scene. Act 1, Scene 2. The lights come up on an empty stage. Diane is in front of an invisible mirror examining nasty bruises on her breast and arm. They look like bite marks. The door unlocks and she starts to put her shirt back on. Bowie enters the room. He has a friendly smile.
Wilder's back. Should I go see him or should I give him space?
Definitely go see him. Did his brother...
Bowie looked
I don't think we're supposed to talk about it.
Is he still in...
Yeah. What is that?
I had a date with Steele. I know what you're going to say, but just save it.
He's an asshole, and you're a halfwit for putting up with it. You're better than this.
Chill out. He said he loves me.
As long as you don't get knocked up, he will love you. One misstep and that love goes away forever.
I won't get pregnant. I'm not that stupid.
Good. I'm not ready to be an uncle yet.
You don't want to spoil a child with me?
I do, but I figured you would at least give me a child with someone with more brain cells.
Steele isn't that bad. I mean, he's a little cocky, but he's good in bed.
We all get confused by Dick. You need to weed out the good ones, the good times in bed, and find someone that will actually care about you.
Steele gives me little butterflies in my stomach.
That's probably just his Dick.
I have to get to the library. I'm meeting some frat boy to work on a project.
Have fun. I'm going to call Walter.
Diane smiles and leaves the stage. Bowie is sitting on the end of the bed and pulls out his cell phone. We hear the cell phone ringing a few times before Wilder answers.
Hey, babe.
Happy to hear your voice.
I missed you.
You should come over and show me.
Someone's feeling bold.
And distractions are good.
I'll be over shortly then.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bowie smiles as he hangs up the phone. He grabs his backpack and runs off the stage. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 3. The lights adjust to the living room section of the stage. We are met with empty beer bottles and clothing around. Wilder is walking into the frat house as he is trudging towards his room.
Meeting, 5 minutes. Hey, Wilder, 1 minute. Hey, Steele, Grayson, we have a meeting in 1 minute.
1 minute?
Well, by the time the words travel through their ears to their brains and sends impulses to their feet, it'll be 5 minutes. Don't be late. Josh is already having a bad day.
Brett walks away and Wilder continues to his room to place his bags before walking over to the living room where Josh, Steele, Grayson, and Brett are sitting around with papers and folders that Brett had been carrying earlier.
4 pledges. 4 fucking pledges. Out of all the shit that rushed, only 4 had the qualifications for our frat, and 2 of the pledges fucking dropped out. Where the hell are you recruiting?
Well...
That doesn't need an answer.
Alexander and Tyler are gone. So who do we have left?
Michael and Sean.
Sounds like a couple of fags.
Grow up, guys.
Mess up your ass, Brett.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
We just get on with the meeting?
No, this bitch wants to say something. Let's hear it.
Maybe you should grow up. You aren't even the gay one in the frat. Why are you so offended?
Do you want to start something too?
Brett, sit down. All right. 9 o'clock initiation time. Bring what I text you.
The sound of a door opens and closes, and Bowie enters the room. Wilder gets up from his corner and heads over to hug Bowie.
God, it's so good to see you.
I missed you.
We are in the middle of a meeting.
Meeting is over. You guys know what to do.
Josh smirks and bites his lip when he looks at Bowie.
Let's get away from these guys.
Wilder grabs Bowie's hand and heads over to the location of his suitcase. The other frat boys start to leave the stage, staggering as the lights come down.
I think you mentioned something about a distraction.
Skipping the pleasantries?
Did you
Wilder
want
is smiling at him. Bowie straddles him.
Did you want the pleasantries?
Wilder pulls Bowie down into a kiss. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 4. The stage should be empty. We're in the basement of the frat. It is loud. The frat brothers are surrounding a pledge. Michael, with a black pillowcase over his head, and is only wearing boxers. He is kneeling on a tarp. The sound of the room should be amplified. Most of the light should come from a lonely light fixture hanging over Michael. His arms are tied over his head from the ceiling. His feet are bound as well. We see Steele, Grace, and Brett with paddles in their hands. Josh is standing back with Wilder. Josh gives a head nod, and Steele takes a Sharpie and writes the fraternity's name on Michael's chest. Brett leads the group in spanking. He keeps a sick smirk on his face. Wilder continues watching from the back. Michael is crying.
Enough.
They stop.
Welcome
The yellow dies
to your
down.
newest brother.
No one talks about this. You guys know the drill. Everyone get out of here. It's 4 a.m. Hurry up.
Do you think that you're really Delta Iota Epsilon material? I asked you a question.
Yes.
I don't think so. Where's Wilder?
I think he left.
Michael, we have a final test for you to pass before you can become official. You ready?
Michael doesn't say a word. He just nods his head. Josh crouches beside him. He is carrying a straight razor. He leans closer to Michael's face and begins to whisper in his ear. No one can hear what he's saying except for Michael. Michael begins to shudder. Tears falling. Michael screams. The boys start to laugh.
Do you think you have what it takes?
Josh offers Michael the straight razor. Michael grabs it. The lights start to dim. Michael should be the only one that we can clearly see. Michael rips through his wrist. He then gashes through his neck. He screams, ultimately turn into a gargle. He falls to the ground.
You guys know what to do.
Steele and Grayson look at each other. They set to cover the body with the tarp. They carry the body off the stage.
I will have someone clean this up tomorrow.
End of scene. Act 1, Scene 5. The lights come up on the bedroom section of the stage. Diane is laying half off the bed while Steele holds the rest of her. He is grunting and pushing. She is wincing.
Tell me you like it.
Ouch.
You gonna tell me? You like it, don't you?
No.
Tell me, baby.
I said, ouch. Fuck, Steele, that hurts.
'Cause I'm big, right?
No, it's your pelvis bone.
This is what you like, right?
Mm.
It'll be a simple job. Just lure the guy back to his place for sex.
I don't. I think I can.
And we'll take care of the rest.
I don't want to cheat on you, though.
Don't worry about that. You don't even come close to have sex with him. I love you. Yes?
Yes. I love you. Yes, I'll do it.
My turn.
End of scene. Act 1, Scene 6. Josh is preparing a protein shake on the stage. He places it down on the table, and we can see a small, pale blue baggie filled with cocaine. He digs into the powder with a car key and snorts a few bumps. Wilder enters the stage.
Morning.
Hey,
Coffee? Protein? Cocaine?
I'm good. Thanks for the offer, though.
Where'd you go last night?
How's Michael?
We thought he was Delta IE material, but turns out he wasn't college material.
What?
He went home.
Home?
Like he packed his bags and left.
Oh, was it because of last night?
What the fuck are you trying to say?
That was brutal. It's never been that bad before.
Times change, dude. Methods change. It's all about making progress.
Progress. Hey, I gotta go to class.
Want to take my car? Oh, hey. I know it's hard for you. You know? Your little bro. I'm sorry, man. My brother's the same age, and if anything happened, I don't know. It's crazy. Guess you guys lived on the wrong side of the tracks.
Josh exits the stage. Wilder's left alone. His cell phone starts to ring.
Hello?
Wilder.
Wilder hangs up the phone. He dials a number.
Bowie, meet me outside the frat house.
Wilder leaves the stage. As Bowie enters, Wilder runs back in behind him.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, I want to move out of the frat house.
What sparked this idea?
We've been dating for 2 years now, so I figured that we could get our own place, live on our own.
Wow. You know I hate fraternities, but I thought you liked it.
It's just time. We're seniors.
I thought you belonged to them forever.
It's getting too, I don't know. I don't enjoy it as much as before.
What's wrong? Wilder?
I'm just stressed about Fritz.
We can start looking for apartments tomorrow if you want.
I love you.
Love you too.
Bowie smiles and leads Wilder off stage. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 7. Diane is on the stage. She's waiting for someone. Pledge 2 enters the stage.
Hey. I saw you studying. Studying always makes me horny.
But, okay, where are we going?
Back to my dorm.
Diane and Sean leave the stage. Steele and Brett enter from the other side.
Do you think she can handle it?
She's got it. Have you seen her body?
Every day. Let's go get ready.
Steele and Brett leave the stage. Diane and Sean enter. Diane locks eyes with Sean. He takes off his pants. She looks in disbelief.
Rock and roll.
Why don't you come take a closer look? Diane moves over to him. She starts to kiss him, and her hands move down. She kneels down before him. Right before she starts, the frat brothers burst onto the stage wearing masks and grab Sean.
No, wait.
You're supposed to enjoy it.
The back of Steele's hand crashes into Diane's face, almost knocking her to the floor. Lights are dim to show Diane crying alone. When she gets up to leave the stage, we find the frat brothers, Steele, Brett, Grayson, Josh, and Wilder, entering with Sean blindfolded and handcuffed. They are carrying white towels. Wilder is standing in the shadows as Josh oversees from the back. The other frat brothers are whipping Sean with the towels. Sean hollers in pain. Steele starts to get violent.
Stop it. Josh, make them stop.
Grayson puts Wilder in a headlock to keep him quiet. Wilder can't break free.
Enough.
Okay, everyone get out. You know the drill.
Grayson let Wilder go as soon as the noise goes down.
She is my bitch. Why do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
Steele kicks Sean. Josh moves forward and pulls a revolver out of the back of his pants.
One little pledge, 6 little friends. One big fraternity.
Josh lowers himself down to Sean's ear. He starts to whisper. Sean breaks down. He starts to let out a cry, and Josh spins the cylinder.
Take it.
Sean is let out of the handcuffs. He reaches for the gun. He puts the gun in his mouth and pulls the trigger. A click is heard. I think he's in disbelief. Or maybe he just froze. See, Zoom is a weird place. Where, like, in the middle of things, people just freeze. And I think he froze on a very good face.
He's just trapped in a black square until the end of time.
He was literally just trapped in a, like
He said he got kicked out.
lot.
Oh, he's not here anymore.
Let's see if he comes back. How's everyone doing? We'll just stop in the middle because this acts on. Where are you at, Diego? Oh, hit that button. Click that button off. Okay, let's. Oh,
There he is.
there he is.
Sorry, guys. I'm on my neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's cool. I saw your face. I saw your face, and it was like a state of disbelief. And I was like, "Oh, he's just really shocked that like." But no, you were just frozen for so long. We're somewhere. Do you know where we're at?
Where are you guys? Did you guys keep going or?
It's your line. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So pulls mount trigger. Click is heard. What the fuck are you doing? You know this isn't the shit that we do. This is crazy. Sean, you don't have to do this. You can walk right out of here.
Sean ignores the words. He whimpers and pulls the trigger once again.
Still haven't found it yet. Let's go again.
Sean pulls the trigger and nothing. Wilder starts to fight harder. He pulls the trigger one last time. We hear the gunshot and the lights go black as Sean falls to the floor. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 8. When the lights come back up, Wilder is tied similarly to the other two pledges. His brothers are walking around him.
Stop struggling. You aren't going anywhere.
You piece of shit.
We have some special plans.
I think you might like these plans.
Is this what you've been doing? Michael didn't drop out. You guys are fucking sick.
I don't know what you're talking about. We are going to find out if you have what it takes to be a senior officer.
Josh laughs and motions for the others to join him. They are each carrying water. Wilder is positioned over a tarp. Brett starts to force the water into Wilder's mouth.
You ever heard of drinking too much water? You could drown.
Wilder starts to fight back. He bites Brett. Brett slaps him.
Just like a little faggot.
The Fat brothers continue to pour water down his throat. The lights start to come up on the other side of the stage. We see Ethel and Fritz in the bed.
Looks like you aren't doing that well. You should stop drinking.
Ethel is caressing Fritz's head. Wilder is starting to lose control of his head. Brett grabs Wilder's hair and snaps his head back. He pours more water down. The sound goes quiet on the frat side of the stage.
You are doing okay, Fritz. I believe in you.
Fritz lets out a monstrous cough and spits water into the air. Fritz grabs Ethel's arm. She screams.
Fritz, what do you need?
Ethel tends to Fritz as the volume increases on the frat side of the stage. They are untying Wilder.
I guess he didn't have what it took. Take him with the pledge.
The lights dim on their side of the stage. Ethel is looking at Fritz.
Ethel, help me.
End of scene. End of Act 1. Whoa, crazy, right? So Act 2. Fritz looks at himself in the mirror. He looks at his hands and feels his face.
What the hell am I doing?
You're going to miss the bus if you don't hurry.
Fritz looks at himself in the mirror again. He runs his hand up his face through his hair.
I can do this.
I'm so proud of you.
Maybe I should stay.
And go crazy here? Wilder would want you to go.
We don't know. I shouldn't leave you like this.
Miss T will be fine. You can always call me.
I love you.
I love you too. You are such a handsome young man.
Fritz gives her a sad smile as he leaves the stage. Ethel follows him off. Steele enters the stage with a stack of papers. Fritz enters the stage again to meet Steele.
I'm here to check into my
Name?
Fritz Gambini. G-A-M.
Do I look dumb to you? I can spell Gambini.
What room am I in? Glad he's just as dumb as I remember.
Fritz picks up his bag. Dominic enters the stage. He is throwing a line of coke in his room. He leans back in his seat. Fritz interrupts.
Shit, sorry.
Sorry, man. Oh, shit. Oh, what the hell, man?
I'm sorry.
Who do you think you are? Coming into my room unannounced and interrupting my alone time? Unless you are here to blow me, I don't see what you are here for.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm Fritz, your roommate.
Oh, why did you just say that? Good to meet you, Dominic. I have a chick that comes in twice a week to clean the place. And if you're lucky, you can fuck her after me. Ready for classes to start?
Yeah.
Awesome. You gonna come to the Delta IE rush party?
You're rushing Delta IE?
Best friend on campus. My brother's the president.
Right. Okay. I need to go see an old friend, but I'll see you there.
Fritz smiles and leaves the room. Dominic leaves the stage. Mabel is on the other side of the stage. Fritz knocks. Mabel opens the door. She looks uneasy.
You okay?
Are you the pledge I'm supposed to tutor?
No, but I'm Fritz.
Fritz?
Does Bowie still live here?
Bowie moved out.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, yeah. Bowie moved out. Something about an apartment with his boyfriend, and then his boyfriend disappeared.
He did what?
Moved out. He left. He's living off campus. Who are you?
He's Fritz.
I'm Wild. Fritz. I'm Fritz. Do you know where he lives now?
You are a big boy. You can text him.
If you see him before I do, just tell him that I want to say hi.
Whatever. What's your problem? What is your name again?
Mabel.
Mabel? He's a kid. Way too small for me. But there is something about the young ones.
I think I like him. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 2, Fritz is leaving the dorm, heading to the frat house. Bowie is walking towards him as he's looking through his bag for his student ID. Fritz bumps into Bowie.
Sorry. You look familiar. Do I know you?
Fritz rushes off stage, leaving Bowie alone for a moment before he moves off to the other side of the stage and takes a seat. Pledge wanting to enter the stage and take a seat. Aren't you worried about boxing night? Do you want to get your ass kicked? Are you dumb? No. Do you? I boxed in high school. I ain't losing anything. That explains your face. Do all frats do this type of shit? Yeah, it gives you an appreciation and commitment to the ideals of friendship, justice, and learning. That was pretty gay. Fuck off. I feel like this whole scene is just me.
I can step in for Mabel.
If you want to.
Yeah. Are you guys from Delta IE?
In the presence of a woman, it is customary for a pledge to stand and show respect. Please, ma'am, may we sit?
Sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
You guys don't have to talk like that.
It is required.
Wow. Glad to see you boys found a girlfriend.
Do you need some help as well?
I'm sure even you dickless wonders could have found something a bit higher on the
evolutionary chart?
Fuck off.
Profanity in front of a woman, or close to one anyway. That'll give you some nice demerits.
Fuck off. He's a douche.
Tell me about it. The lights go down on the side of the stage where the library is located, and up in the dorm room, Dominic is finishing himself off in bed.
Shit, I'm sorry, man.
Oh, no problem.
I'll just wait outside.
Stay. I just finished. You want to give it a go?
It looks a bit bruised already.
Well, if you ever change your mind, let me know.
No problem, will do. I'm pledging your frat.
Dominic pulls out a bottle of alcohol and a pair of shot glasses. They're taking shots one after another. The lights should change to show the passing of time.
No more booze.
Dominic puts the shot glasses over his eyes like a set of binoculars.
Did you learn to drink like that?
Westbury.
Westbury? No fucking shit. I'm from Westby. What school did you go to?
Old Creek.
Oh. We're on the bad side? From the bad side?
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Oh, shit. Hate that part of town. Roads suck. Fucking wrecked my new car down there. Totaled the shit out of some asshole's VW bus. If they're lucky, they die. Hate to see the meat they pulled out of there.
You were lucky I don't bash your head in tonight.
End of scene. Act 2, Scene 3. The phone rings early in the morning. Fritz sluggishly reaches for it. It appears that Dominic isn't in the room anymore.
Hello?
Fritz?
Oh, Miss T, surprise. I'm fine. Doing real good. Fun times all the way.
I haven't heard that in so long. Your brother used to say that, remember?
Yeah. What's going on, Miss T? You doing okay? How's the garden?
Doing fine. Last tomatoes before the frost.
Yeah. I've made some friends.
You should be careful.
What do you mean, careful?
Just, you look out who you're spending time with, that's all.
Don't worry so much.
I know. Probably just my crazy mind playing tricks.
What's bothering you? What's going on?
I've been having these feelings about you. And for some reason, Wilder as well. It's a bit... The day your parents passed away, they were up at your granddad's camp by the lake for their anniversary. You and your brother were swimming at the neighbor's house. I was hanging the laundry outside when all of a sudden, I feel as if my hands are on fire.
Yeah, and then your whole body felt like it was burning. You had trouble breathing and had to go to the hospital. And be placed in ice water.
Ice water to bring my temperature down.
You felt my parents burning in the fire.
I never told you that, Fritz. How do you know that? Wilder promised me he wouldn't tell you.
Miss T, I have to go. I got class in like 5 minutes.
Fritz, wait, Fritz. You need to tell me.
I'll call you later. Shit.
Act 2, Scene 4. We're in the basement, and the crowd is going wild. We see Fritz and Pledge 2 boxing in the center of the stage. Pledge 1 is sitting on the floor in the far corner. His face is swollen and bleeding. He has dye carved on his chest. Josh and Dominic are standing next to each other. Josh is drinking a beer.
Where did you find the fighter?
He's my roommate.
Fritz lands a solid hook into Pledge 2's eye and pushes him towards the crowd. Pledge 2 stops fighting and ultimately slouches down. Josh straightens up, and the crowd falls silent. Mark hands him a shiv of some kind. He starts to carve the frat letters into his chest.
It's clear to see who the real fighters are. And it's embarrassingly clear to see who the pussies are. Everyone upstairs so you can clean these guys up and take care of them. Need all your paperwork. Bring it tomorrow.
The rest of the frat boys are in the same room as Pledge 1 and 2. Brett brings in a bucket of powder. He just places it on the stage and starts to walk back off stage.
You guys gave it your best. I'm proud of you. I really am. We're going to leave now and let you get showered up.
What's in there?
Just ignore it.
The remaining frat brothers are leaving with Josh. The two pledges are left bloody on the stage. What do you think it is? They told us to ignore it. So what if it's another test? Leave it. Pledge 2 gets a bit closer and tries to peek into it. Pledge 1 rolls his eyes. It looks like powder. No, really, take a look. He takes a look and a small plume of smoke rises. Come here, it's smoking a bit. Come here. Pledge 1 comes over to see. More smoke starts popping up from the chin. Both of the pledges are coughing now. Their eyes and skin start to burn. Pledge 2 tearing at his throat trying to breathe. Pledge 1's burning, twisted face crashes to the floor and coughs until he's lifeless. Pledge 2 continues to claw at his throat until he is dead. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 5. Dominic and Fritz jog past the frat house. Fritz turns to look at it.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna go take a quick piss.
I'd hold it for you, but Deb's coming over to fuck, so you'll have to manage without me. Unless you want me to help.
Rain check? Is your car still parked here?
What, you need it?
Just for a little while.
I'll let you fill it up.
Maybe I can make it up to you in another way.
Fritz winks at Dominic before running off the other side of the stage. Dominic smiles and runs the other way. Josh comes out and sees Bowie and Brett standing around him.
There's never been a bigger delivery at this campus.
I guess you're going to be the legend around here.
You think?
You are right now. I have to go to class, but I will be back later to handle any of that you don't finish.
Bowie leaves off the stage and we see Grayson and Steele walk very quietly past with their muddy shoes in their hands.
Grayson, what's going on here?
Grayson stops in his tracks and moves over to face Josh. Josh points to the seat beside him. The two boys move over and sit.
Where are your brothers?
The
side of the stage where the frat brothers are goes dark, and we find the light on the other side of the stage to find Fritz and Dominic standing.
Fritz! Little while, my ass.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. What are you doing here?
I came to help Josh with the party planning.
Cool. I'll see you at the...
Come in, man. You got your paperwork? Just fill it out here. Come on.
So, just to clarify, and please stop me if I'm getting this wrong. You dumped the two bodies and then dumped your frat brothers because they got, and these are your words, got his head kebabbed, and once again, your words, got sliced in half by a really, really sharp thing. Your storytelling skills are incredible. But just how fucking idiotic do you think I am? Are you trying to move up the ladder? Kill us off one by one till you're sucking my dick, then bite it off so you can take my place?
It's not me doing this. Somebody else was there, goddammit. Steele knows.
Did you see them?
No, because he was passed out behind the shed. And I was with Mark when Kyle got tied up. He set us up to make it look like we killed them.
I think you need to be taught a lesson.
Get your fucking tongue out of my ass, Brett. Do you think I'm an idiot?
The door slams and Fritz and Dominic walk into the shit show.
What's shaking, big bro?
Josh and Dominic clasp hands and bump shoulders. Bowie comes back into the room. Fritz is getting a little antsy.
I'm back.
Sit, sort. Fritz, take off your shoes.
Dumbass stepped in a mud puddle outside.
Got your paperwork?
But he is from Westbury, too.
Oh, yeah?
But the mook is from Old Creek.
Your last name is Gambini? Your brother was a good guy. Too bad he left without saying goodbye.
Yeah. We still haven't heard anything about him.
Sad.
I have to go back to the dorm, shower, get my paperwork.
Fritz turns to leave before he can be stopped. Bowie follows him off the stage. The frat side goes dark as the other side lights up to show Fritz.
Fritz, wait. Fritz, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about Walder.
What about Wilder?
Where do you think he is? Have you heard anything from him? Has he tried to like?
What do you
call
care?
or-
You got Josh to talk to anyways. How did you even know that I was here anyway?
Dominic told me.
Mabel and Diane walk onto the stage. Diane pushes Mabel aside. Diane, that hurt me a lot, and I don't.
Shut up. What is he doing with that prick?
Okay, let's just say he's not dead. Where is he? Why is he being such a coward? He could have contacted me by now. I mean, what happened? What did I do to deserve to just be thrown away? And you know what? I don't have Josh. I don't even like talking to him. He was there when Wilder bailed on us. So I blame Wilder. I blame him for everything that's happened to me. The drinking, the drugs, the sex, everything.
How can you say all those things to me? Who the hell are you? How can you blame me?
Hey, yo, Fritz, hurry up and get ready. We have a meeting soon.
Bowie, are you coming in?
Don't let him get to you. He's a big asshole anyway.
Act 2, Scene 6. Fritz is in his dorm room. He already has his pants on and is about to put a shirt on when the phone rings.
Hello?
Fritz, it's me.
Hey, Ethel.
Ah, so you're getting so big now when you can call me by my first name?
Huh? Oh, I guess.
Listen, I need you to talk the truth with me. Wilder.
What? Miss T, I'm Fritz.
Don't you lie to me, Wilder. You tell me the truth.
You're talking crazy, Miss T.
You didn't disappear, did you?
Miss T, I don't...
What happened? Did someone hurt you?
I can't talk.
Fritz actually died, and you slipped into his body as he was leaving, didn't you? I know it's you, Wilder. What is going on at that college? What's keeping you here? Baby, tell me what happened.
Sorry, Ethel. I shouldn't have lied. But I've got to finish this.
What do you have to?
Fritz hangs up the phone, the lights dim on Ethel as she grabs her keys and heads off stage. Fritz leans back into the chair with his shirt in his hand. Dominic walks into the room.
You going to the frat party?
I just have to get ready.
Damn. You're hot, bro.
Is that offer still good?
Always.
Fritz stands up and pulls Dominic closer to him. Before Dominic can say anything, Fritz is unbuckling his pants and kissing him. The lights go down and the party emerges from the darkness. Green and blue lights flood the hallway. Strobe lights keep a steady pulse. Fritz barrels through the group of people.
Fritz, wait. Where have you been?
I have to take care of some business first. Bowie's coming. I'll catch up with you later.
You want to keep it in the family?
What?
Fritz Gambini.
You know about him?
Leave him alone. He's just trying to get on with his life.
When did you become so fucking nice?
You don't even know.
Hey, dude. Come with me.
I just want to get out of here.
Just look through that door.
Bowie turns around to see to see Josh making out with Mabel. He doesn't know why he feels upset, but he storms away.
Wait up.
Leave me alone, Steele.
No, wait.
What?
Josh is an asshole. Just forget about it.
All of you are assholes.
Hey, I haven't done...
Oh, piss off.
Bowie reaches for the door again, but it opens up before he can grab it. Fritz enters. Bowie goes to grab his coat. Josh bumps into Fritz.
Have you seen my brother?
He said something about hanging out with Steele.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Josh exits the stage. Steele turns out to see Diane and Mabel leaning against the pillar. He goes and pulls Fritz out of the frame. Mabel goes to find Bowie. Diane is left alone on the stage with a low level of sound from the party behind.
Fritz, where are you? Need a bump?
Fritz grabs the bottle and opens it before he takes a snort.
Fuck. I needed that.
I'll be glad when this fucking night is over.
I'll be back. Bowie, wait.
God damn it, why can't I just leave? Let me go. Let me go.
Bowie.
I just want to go home.
Okay, but listen to me. Bowie. I've been lying to you this entire time. I'm not really Fritz.
The lights of the party go out. The crowd boos and hollers at the lack of excitement. Josh enters the stage again.
What now?
Through the boos, and a jarring scream is heard, then another and another scream mixed with coughing and gagging until there is a dissonant wave of panic.
Get out of here!
We hear a scattering cries for help. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 7. The surviving Pledge brothers, minus Brett, are with Mabel on the dance floor. We see a scattering of dead people.
Is anyone hurt?
We hear the sound of a knife unsheathing. Mabel starts to scream.
Shut up!
The screams become a whisper as they subside. The sound of beer cans being kicked around is heard. Everyone lets out a little whimper.
Someone go look.
Not me.
Nope.
Y'all are a bunch of bitches. Mabel leaves the stage, and shortly we hear her scream.
One less bitch to worry about, I guess.
The bloody knife is thrown from off stage.
Come back, you fucking piece of shit! Come take on a real man, you faggot!
After a pause, they hear a heavy thump from the side. They hear an axe being dragged on the floor. They can hear the weapon, but the lights dim down. They are left in almost complete blackness.
Yeah, real mature.
Let's go, Josh. Let's go.
They run across the stage. The figure dressed in black emerges from the shadows and takes Steele from behind. Steele lets out a little scream as the figure in the black cuts his throat.
Get up.
The black figure pulls him off, and we hear the sternum crack. It is silent. Josh keeps running around the stage trying to find an exit. Each time he gets close, we hear the axe dragging. Josh eventually finds a note on the floor beside Brett's body that says, "I've got your brother inside. Wilder." Josh enters the frat house again from the back. Josh sees Fritz.
Who the fuck are you? Where's my brother?
Fritz doesn't say anything. He just stares at Josh. Josh lunges at him and trips and lands hard on the floor. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 7. Josh and Dominic are bound in chairs. Their backs are against each other, but they're not tied to each other. Fritz comes into the frame with a lighter. He flicks it and holds it to Josh's nipple until he wakes up.
Untie me, you. Where's my brother?
Fritz motions with his eyes to look behind him. Josh turns his head all the way, but Dominic's head, but bangs his head against Dominic's, who is still unconscious.
Dominic, wake up. Dominic.
Let me help.
Fritz produces a bag of shish kebab skewer, a shard of broken glass, and an animal hypodermic needle.
Leave him alone.
Josh thrashes as best as he can to wake up Dominic. Fritz kneels in front of Dominic after choosing the skewer. Josh fails to twist around and see Fritz pierces the tender spot on Dominic's right knee. He jolts, then lets out a howl of pain. Josh closes his eyes.
Fritz, man. Why are you doing this?
Because you killed my brother.
What the fuck are you talking about? I killed your...
I'm Wilder.
He turns Josh's chair around and moves away from Dominic. He holds the shard of glass in his hand and moves back to Dominic.
And you put Fritz in a coma.
Fritz drags the shard of glass around Dominic's eye. Josh can't stand the cries of pain coming from his brother. He struggles to get free.
I didn't expect so many people to die tonight. I was only after you.
Bowie enters the stage.
What the hell is going on? Why does this note say Wilder?
Hey, dude. It's about time I find you.
You two are in this together.
Josh elbows him in the face. Fritz elbows him in the face.
God damn it, what the fuck?
Diane slaps him across the face with a paddle.
Fritz, what the hell are you doing? I thought we were...
What's happening here?
Say hi to Wilder, Bowie. Bet you feel like shit now.
I don't believe it.
This is bullshit.
Fritz elbows Michael. He yelps.
Leave him alone, you mother.
What did you do with my body, Josh? Huh? The pigs, the river, the fire?
The pigs.
Fritz acknowledges the answer. He takes the syringe and jabs it into Dominic's arm. The syringe fills with blood. When it is full, he crosses to Josh.
Here, so you'll always be close to your brother.
Fritz shoots the blood on Josh's face.
I don't have the luxury of seeing my brother every day. Why should you?
With the shard of glass, Fritz slices Dominic's throat.
Fritz, stop. Why are you doing this? This
Wilder, not Fritz.
What do you care? You got what you wanted when you let this piece of shit fuck you. I've heard all the stories.
What?
You've just become one big slut, haven't you?
Who told you that?
Guilty.
Don't believe a damn word she's talking
Just
about.
get rid of him. He's just a...
Shut up, Diane! I don't need your help with this.
If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have Josh in front of you like this.
What is she talking about, Fritz?
Wilder! I'm fucking Wilder!
Without me, you couldn't pull this off.
I don't give a shit about the others. All I wanted was this asshole and his brother.
So what? I killed everyone else for nothing?
You think I'm going to
Fritz punches him in the face.
let you come into my house and
Fritz punches him again.
God damn it! You're not gonna fucking kill me.
Wilder. Wilder, if it's really you, I know you don't want to hurt him. You're too good of a person to
Shut up, Bowie.
This isn't you.
He made me this way. Just like you said I turned you into this. I blame him.
I didn't mean that. I swear I was saying a bunch of things to...
Diane pushes her knife deep into Bowie's back.
No!
Hey, he fucking deserved it and you know it. Now nothing can stop you from what you came here to do.
Fritz. Wilder. Come on, man.
Fritz gently grabs the knife from Diane's hand and angles it at Josh.
Your last memory is going to be your brother's dead body right in front of you. You couldn't do anything to help him.
Fritz inserts the knife into Josh's stomach multiple times. Like a ghost, he drops the knife and starts to head off stage. Diane approaches him from behind and drives the knife deep into Fritz's back.
You were a part of this frat. You're just as guilty as Steele, as Grayson, as Brett, even Josh.
Diane is left alone on the stage. She hears a knock at the door. She puts the knife back into her jeans.
Excuse me. Is this where the frat party was?
Yeah.
Ethel comes into focus. She is chatting with Diane.
Thank God. I'm looking for Fritz Gambini.
Oh, he's inside. Come in.
Thank you.
No problem.
Diane pulls the knife out of her pants and follows Ethel. Blackout, end of play. Okay. Come to life, everyone.
Woo!
So,
Really good writing.
Ah,
that I always like get freaked out when people read what I've written because like like that like creative thing where you hate your own work and everyone else is just like it's so good and you're just like boosting my ego, but like so what are your thoughts? It's a lot to take in, I know.
I
Yeah,
love it.
I know. I'm collecting my thoughts right now.
I like the rhythm of it. It's the flow. It's even though it's obviously far-fetched with someone in someone else's body, it is believable. It is when you enter that world, it works.
That's good. I also like the fact that Ethel is the one who just figures it out. She's just like, this is it. She's like, I had the premonition when your parents died, and now here we are. Like this.
Don't discount the old woman.
I know she, the way she's written in the movie is very dumb. Like she's written as a very dumb character, and then has this moment. But like, I figured that like, someone who took in 2 kids would not be a dumb character. Like she's single and she takes in like 2 kids. Like I feel like that's not a dumb character. So, I kind of wanted to make her over motherly type character, and not like a dumb maid character who turned into a mother. But I want to talk about Dominic real quick because
I was like my favorite character in this whole thing.
It's pretty colorful.
I want to talk about Dominic real quick because I didn't know how he would be portrayed on stage, but I have to say that I think you nailed it because
Oh, thank you.
because it's a weird mixture of like the movie character that he's based off of. Also, every one of your characters is like a conglomeration of like multiple characters in the movie, obviously. And like Dominic is supposed to be like a mini me version of Josh. Like a mini me version. Like overtly sexual, like
Like a Scrappy Doo version of Josh.
like a little scrappy version of Josh, exactly. And like I don't know why, but like it came across very well. And I was like, I hope like Dominic doesn't come off as like an idiot, but like you are an idiot, and that's like the great part. It's like a secret idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Diane is my favorite character though, because she's very sassy, very petty, very like snarky, but like you don't know until she tells you that she killed everybody else, because like you assume it's Fritz. Because like the Muddy Shoes, the other frat brothers in the Muddy Shoes, like you assume it's Fritz, but like it's been Diane all along. And then she just offs Ethel at the end. Can't leave any survivors. So, have you ever been in a play before where everyone has died except one character at the end?
I mean, practically Shakespeare, like
Oh,
a
yeah,
Shakespeare tragedy. But I mean, if we're talking about contemporary pieces now,
Yeah, everyone's killed by the end, which is like crazy to me. Yeah, what are your other thoughts?
This isn't really like criticism or anything like that. I just wanted to say, Austin, that scene that you did just like by yourself as the two pledges. I just want to acknowledge that. It reminded me, there's a play that I love called The Solvent Squad. It's like a parody of like Scooby-Doo and stuff. And it's a five characters, and there's one character who plays literally everyone else that isn't like members of the gang that are supposed to be like the Scooby-Doo characters. And that just reminded me of that scene. I loved it.
I had to keep track of who I was. That's what I was doing with my fingers. Also, so just a little context. Obviously, in the movie, Bowie is a woman. But I wanted to show that weird dichotomy of like Fritz isn't gay, but yet Wilder's in his body, so like he has to like take on more characteristics like that, which is why he ultimately seduces Dominic so that he can like capture him for that last scene. And Dominic just played along, like he didn't say anything. He just like because he's dumb. But yeah, what else? Like so obviously a lot of things are over the top. So do the over the top like frat pledging things, like are they too much? Are they not enough? Are they crazy? Like what are your thoughts?
I don't think they're over the top given what it's supposed to be. I was curious though when I first got the script of like what made the frat go from hazing to murder? Like what was the thing that like, and like everyone's complicit in it and everyone's okay with it. So like when did the shift become like, oh yeah, we're just gonna like kill the pledges that we don't take?
Yeah.
It's a great question.
Just to kind of quickly add on to that. Yeah, I guess that was just like when I was reading it, that was the hard part for me to like find reasonings and like objectives to these characters and like why, like the why factor of it all. Cause yeah, I just yeah, exactly. Like how did they go from hazing to murderers? I guess that was just kind of like my motivation or like maybe a sort of backstory on that, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. And I agree. It is a little like, why are they just killing people and not questioning it anymore? And I don't have a good answer for you because the movie doesn't have a good answer. It's just how it happens. But in my brain, Josh is like a charismatic cult leader, basically.
Oh, for sure.
He's like a psychopath. Like he's
I
like
see.
he doesn't kill
I mean-
anybody. Like Josh doesn't physically kill anybody. He just talks
Watch-
everyone else into doing it.
He's the head honcho.
He's the head honcho, so like he doesn't do anything. And part of the movie that's not in here that kind of leads to that is Josh pays off the police officers in the town, like in the movie, because Josh also smuggles cocaine through the campus. Like he's like the drug dealer on campus. So Josh is just an all-around bad guy.
I think it could be clarified the power that Josh has throughout the university. I think that would be good.
I agree. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Like I like him drug dealing through that's some power at a college if you are the hookup.
Yeah, like the hookup for the entire campus.
Yeah.
You're just gonna raise your hand. You can talk. Go for it.
Oh, I know. I just was doing that so that way I don't accidentally like cut anybody off or anything. But no, I was just gonna say, just establishing the relationships with all the frat members in terms of like, because yes, to add on to that, I initially when I first read it, up until obviously later in the script, I assumed that Steele was the leader. And so when Josh became more prevalent to the story, I'm like, oh, okay, he's the one. And Steele is just sort of like second in command. And then like everyone else is like sort of kind of there, which makes sense. But like, I think just more clarity with like the relationships with each and every one of them in terms of how they feel about one another, how they ended up in the positions that they are in, and things like that.
Yeah, I think it's funny that you said that because Steele was a last minute addition into the script. Like I was reading the screenplay and I was like, oh, I don't have anyone to do X, Y, and Z. Here's a new character that has to fit in. So like that's interesting to say the least. But yeah, I guess the main thing is like making it seem like more fratty frat than just a band of weird people that kill people. Then a band of serial killers. That's more like friendship and brotherhood there. Yeah, and also the three murders that you see with the frat people, or the three murders that you see like CC, were the most realistic to me from the movie, because there's a scene where this girl gets stabbed in her mouth. Like the knife goes like in and busts out her teeth and goes in the back of her like skull. There's a scene where one of the frat brothers hits his head on a radiator and it impales into his brain. And then the scene with like the shish kebabs and the slicey like they're actually scenes at the pig farm and they're dumping bodies. So like they're all like things, and I think that the thing that I need to like evaluate more is the what happens between the scenes, because a lot of things happen in between what's going on.
Yeah, that makes sense, because a lot like there's some points in the script where it seems like they jump ahead of time way too soon. It's like they're off to the next controversial part of the script or the next like heightened scene. And reading the script, I kind of was just like, it took like the over the topness of it fits appropriately throughout the script. I just was trying to like make sense of the transitions. I guess that's just for me. The biggest thing was more clear transitions would be more beneficial. I like the over the top deaths and stuff, just like, and just the over the topness of this whole script in general. But just like, in order for the audience to kind of travel with us on this journey, they kind of have to like have moments where they can not regroup, but like they can get some understanding.
Yeah, I think regroup is the perfect word, actually.
I think something that might help with that is if I'm trying to formulate the thought, the manner in which information is given to the audience currently feels to be like an image of something happening, but you don't know what it is, and then a few more images related to that happen, and then it is explained, and like the climactic moment of that arc happens, like right in the same moment. But if we add a bit, if you kind of like inverse that a little bit, like introduce the concept you're talking about, like for example with Wilder taking Fritz's body, like because you get the first moment of seeing that with him coughing up water right at the end of Act 1, but then if you sprinkle in a little bit more throughout Act 1, then I feel like it'll give the audience a chance to like keep up with the flow of the arc, maybe.
Yeah, very good. And also, a lot of you have been a part of this project or like cast since like August. It's now October, and I had procrastinated so bad that I wrote the script in 2 weeks. So that's what happens. And that's why these things are important, because like this is a script I wrote for 2 weeks and didn't touch again. So now finding the parts that don't work is very important, and finding out if characters have a voice or not, and like is their voice like good? Is it worth keeping? I mean, that's the kind of things that these workshops are really good at, is bringing to light characters that might not be like thought out well enough. Like Josh is a character that is good on his own, but he's not thought out enough to be clear of what he is or who he is. And surprisingly, Steele is more thought out than Josh, but Steele is a very last addition. And like Diane is always meant to be the only female of power in the story, because like Mabel is like this dorky looking like freshman, and Diane is like powerful, even though she's like stupid with like her love. She's like blinded by love, which is like happens from time to time.
Does she love Steele though? I don't think she does.
I don't know how she feels about Steele.
Yeah.
I don't think she does.
Like we could stand another scene of Diane with a frat brother.
I forgot how to spell frat, and I was like, how do I spell frat? But yeah, so on a different note, I suck at making titles for things. Like I suck at titling anything. Does the title work here? Like,
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Because also the Greek letters spell out die, which is like cool.
Exactly.
Right, and for the over the top nature of this story, if it's appropriate.
It's thematically relevant.
Yeah.
And it's a fun little thing for audiences to catch.
Yeah, they're like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we so part of the thing that happens when at the pharmacy theater when we like do these things, we make like, what would the playbill cover look like for this show if it was done? Like this, so like we can like visually like pull out themes and like things to like work into like a poster. And literally the playbill cover for this was like an old frat yearbook with the like the insignia of the frat like put in, and it says like Delta Iota Epsilon along the ribbon at the bottom, and like it has a shield and it's like a knife, a mask, and like things like that. So like every frat has like an insignia, and so we were just like looking at 1,000 of them and pulled them in. But yeah, this is also the third
that I went to the University of Oklahoma, so I've been in a lot of frat houses, and I was just thinking about those massive pictures they have of everyone in the frat, and you just have like who's dead like marked out.
Yeah, it's like the insignia in the center, and then like a high school photo. It's just like yeah. Yeah, exactly. And also, this is the third play I've written in 3 months. So this one is definitely a lot worse than the first one. No, I did a.
Thanks, effort. Good for you.
I start in August. I started a play a month challenge. So that's terrible. It's horrible. It's the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. But like it's like a play based off a movie, a play based off a book, a play based off of like and surreal television show or whatever. And in August, I wrote a play about a recovering drug addict who sees ghosts. Wrote a one woman show last month about Anne Boleyn. And now we're talking about frat deaths.
Hey.
How that happens, I don't know.
I just love that. I just, it's just great.
I have a dramaturg who does a lot of my research for me, and I said to her, "Can you go find me the top 10 most gruesome frat deaths, like hazing deaths in history?" And some of them are worse than these ones.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you look
Oh,
at
I
it.
would believe that.
I believe that.
Yeah, like the one was like we have to run across campus naked, and then the one kid slipped on the wet grass and impaled his chest under like a flagpole that was down, and like like the one kid was blindfolded and they had to run in the woods and he ran off a cliff.
Oh my God.
There was one kid that like they like tied them up and he stumbled onto a railroad track. Like there's like hazing has a long dark history.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like even like recently, like what was it? At Penn State here in Pennsylvania, he like got drunk and fell off a balcony. Like things happen, like a pledge. So like now why Pennsylvania? That's not why Penn State is now a dry campus. So yeah, like things like that happen, and I also like my pre-pandemic 2020 as a time frame.
Yeah.
Because these would not be happening during a pandemic.
Where it would be.
It probably would be. Who knows?
In some way or some form.
It's like an apocalypse version of the time we're currently living in now.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone have anything else to say about this lovely piece of whatever it is right now? Also, I used the word shit show in the stage direction. Did y'all catch that?
Yeah.
Fritz walk into the shit show. Because that's what it was. Like I couldn't like figure out any way else to say this. Okay. Does anyone have anything else to say?
I'm vaguely familiar with this movie. I just am somebody I'm also a writer and I kind of do like controversial type of stories, as Sean would know. But anyway, and I've barely seen this movie, but there's a movie called The Great Ecstasy of Robert Carmichael. And from what I remember of it, it's like a group of guys and it kind of shows them, it's kind of like a really blunt and like in your face kind of representation of like drug use and things like that. And, you know, there's a very infamous like rape scene and stuff like that. And when I was reading the script, it's not like the same tone as this script, but I just also was thinking in my head, if you kind of took the tone of that and maybe incorporated it more, I think that would ground the world of the play as a whole. I mean, the two scripts are different in terms of their plots and stuff, but I think tone-wise, it would solidify the world that this play is set in. That was just one movie that came to my head. Yeah,
and the other movie that like kind of stuck in my head was the 2016 movie with Nick Jonas, Goat. Like it's a frat hazing movie where like
it is.
Stuff gets real. It also only made like $20,000 at the box office.
Yeah.
It's also not a good movie. But I do recommend if you have like a night where you want a good laugh, to rent Frat House Massacre on Amazon.
I'm writing that down right now.
Because it is the cover has like a guy dying of like gas poisoning at the top, and then like But it's set in the 70s. It's filmed like a 70s slasher movie, but it's from 2007. So it's
Oh wow.
yeah.
So in with the 100% humility, I'm in a horror movie on Amazon Prime right now, which has gotten very, very bad reviews. So it might also be inspiring. And it breaks my heart because the filmmaker was 20 when he made it. Anyway, it's called The Cattle Farmer. If you want to watch it, there's some 5-star reviews and then a lot of 1-star reviews. And just putting it out there for Halloween.
What is it called?
The Cattle Farmer. It's on
The Cattle
Amazon
Farmer.
Prime.
Mm.
And the critics have not been kind.
Oh no, they haven't. It doesn't look bad.
I mean, I'm biased, but look, he went to is it Digital Film Academy on 9th Avenue, and I mean he's 20 years old. He wrote it, he directed it, he edited it. The sound won some awards. The music. So that's it. I'm putting it out there, and buyer beware.
See, all I'm saying is like the reviews are like suspenseful, very Hitchcock, and edge of your seat thriller, and deliciously disturbing. And then you get ones that say like this is a train wreck, or like for the bad horror movie fans.
Oh.
And this one, I feel like I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna watch it. This is what's gonna happen. The description doesn't sound bad. It says Connor is a foster boy who wants to find his place in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Earl is a farmer who wants to find the son he could never have.
Right.
It take long for Connor to figure out he isn't on an ordinary farm and must find a way out before it's too late. I feel like it's included with Amazon Prime. I don't have to buy it.
There you
Buy
go.
it right, get it right now on the stream, and we'll hold you to it by doing a watch party.
It doesn't even. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I don't have to buy it. I don't have to rent it. It's perfect. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a little shameless plugging for the Pharmacy Theater real quick, and then we'll end the live stream, and then we can keep talking about the Cattle Farmer. So the next things to come out, we are at the end of October, which is crazy because the online world is very weird to me. But we have a winter masterclass, online virtual masterclass series. We just finished our fall one, which was fantastic. I had never done a virtual masterclass before, so it was very nice and weird to do. So we have the next one is on November 21st at noon. That is a Shakespeare masterclass taught by Patrick Page from Hadestown, Spider-Man, Turn Off the Dark. Allie's like, I know who Patrick Page is.
I'm obsessed with Patrick Page. His wife was on Trading Spaces. She was the host, if you've ever seen that show.
Yeah, so Patrick Page is November 21st. December 5th, we have a comedy masterclass that will go over musical theater comedy and just stage comedy. That is with Jennifer Samard, Company, Mean Girls, Disaster, the musical. And then in January, we have a songwriting masterclass with American Idol's Johnny Brenz from the